Shalom, shalom, bear with us. Good to go, King. Hey, shalom to the brother Mashak playing upon tables. Shalom, brought on your household, King. Shalom. Bear with us 1 second by getting started. Bear with us 1 second. Bear with us. You know that truck blows by just.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 1 second.
Beautiful. We out here, brothers. Brothers, car. Fun.
Hey, shalom to the brother, the beloved brother from Grosh. Shalom to all you beloved Akim. All right, about to get started. We're going to face the east. We'll give all praise and glory unto Yahweh. Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. All right, honors be to the elders of the nation of Israel that do labor and teach the truth, all truth and sincerity. Shalom to you, Akim, on the highway and head, make your body a living sacrifice for the Romans 12 and verse 1.
Right.
Shalom to sincere believers as well, sister men and women. Shalom, Barakatham, and as always, a Bible ball. All right, about to get it started. All right, you know, another day to prophesy the downfall of America. Babylon the Great, aka what's also known as Nineveh, Egypt, which is land of captivity. So for you so-called Negroes, named American Hispanics, and also shalom to the brother Shaquat, shalom, brakatham to your household, King. All right. So you know, back at it. See things is moving more and more. As brothers love to say, prophecies popping off like popcorn, man.
That's right.
All right. So we're gonna get it started. Let's open up with the book of Psalms 91, start at verse 1. Okay.
Yep. This is Psalms 91 and verse 1.
Right.
And it reads, He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
All right. In his secret place, Bible Shah reference 2 Hedges 5 and verse 1. But the secret place of the Most High, all right, is knowing the truth. All right. Because ultimately having the truth, the Most High revealed his secret unto a servant of the prophets. Right. Amos chapter 3 and verse 7. I'm just quoting. Yep. All right. And not everyone had the truth. Although that, although the truth is global, all right, you got rappers speaking about it. You had Kodak Black saying that he's Levi. Had Kodak, you had, what's that name?
Lamar.
Yep, Kids Lamar. They'll call me Black, no more call me Israelite. All right, so it's manifested, but we still got people not knowing who we are.
That's right. That's right. 2 Hedges 5 and 1. Right, it says, Nevertheless, at the coming of the tokens, behold, the day shall come, that they that dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number.
In a great number, all right? Why? Because it's time of a threshing. Okay, lately I've been saying more and more of how you want to be on that right side of harvest. You go to the book of Matthew chapter 25, right? Because you're going to have the sheep on the right side that going to be what? Being up in the church, and everyone else is going to be left here to be burned up.
That's right.
You got it?
And it reads, What dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden.
And the way of truth shall be hidden. And that's what we see now. Once again, you got men's, all right, the remnant, the first fruit, as the elder did a beautiful lesson a couple weeks ago. All right, speaking about the corn, Psalm 72 and verse 16. Those are all names for the elect or the house of David. All right, and also shalom to the elder. He's on there right now. Shalom. Hey, brakatham to you and your household. Hey, shalom to the brother y'all want a thumb. Brakatham to you and your house. Shalom alaikum. All right, so read again, Bible Shah.
And it reads,
from top.
Nevertheless, as the tokens, behold, the day shall come, that they that dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number. And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
And the land shall be barren of faith, all right? And let's read it in the GNT. Okay?
Yep. And we're in that time,
right?
Where the land is barren of faith. Even these people that got their trust in Egypt, right? You see more and more that these people are going against against the grain, so to speak, right? They losing faith in America. They losing faith in Trump. That's why you see all this uproar. Starting this weekend, you're gonna have a worldwide protest. We're gonna have a worldwide protest, right? It's called No Kings, which basically they saying they don't have no king to rule over.
All right, real quick.
Yep.
And whoever this guy is named Mormon, or whatever you say your fucking name, so start talking monkey, hey man, fuck you.
Yeah,
All right?
yeah.
If you're a heathen, you're going in fucking, matter of fact, you was a fucking, you're going in slavery, bitch. And matter of fact, I claim you for my servant. I claim you for a slave. All right? I'm gonna treat you so fucking bad, bro. Matter of fact, real quick, grab for me the heart shall meditate terror. Hey, this for you. You fucking cracker. All right? And if you're not a cracker, whatever heathen you are.
Yep.
All right?
This is Isaiah 33 and verse 18. Thy heart shall meditate terror.
Okay?
Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counted the towers?
All right, my heart shall meditate terror. All right, we're gonna think of new ways of how to kill your ass, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna think of new ways of how to put pain and suffering on it.
Yeah.
All right? And excuse me for my hard speech to you Akim, but sometimes, but anyway, these heathens got to go, man.
Yeah.
I'm very disrespectful to a heathen.
Yeah.
All right, I don't like it. All right, I hate him with a, I hate him with, a strong passion.
Yep.
Okay, whatever you got.
Oh, that was it.
Okay, Con, you go back to the Psalms.
Okay. 5 and 1 GNT.
Yeah. Says 5 and verse 1 GNT. But these are the signs. The time will come when all people on earth will be in the grip of great confusion. And that's what we need now, man. All right. Matter of fact, you got me real swift where it says, put in Egypt a perverse spirit.
Oh, that's Isaiah 19.
Yeah, Isaiah 19, Bible shot. They said, but these are the signs. The time will come when all people on earth will be in the grip of great confusion.
Right. This is Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19 and verse 14. The Lord Yahweh have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered in his vomit.
All right, so the Most High what has said darkness, confusion, madness. All right, Egypt represents bondage right here in America. America today is pretty much what? Egypt. All right, it's pretty much Egypt because you got a lot of artifacts that is pretty much that America is symbolizes to. Okay, all right, and it reads, in the grip of great confusion, the way of truth will be hidden, and no faith will be left in the land. Only the house of David will have the faith. Everybody else is gonna get what? Killed, man.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. Right. The Psalm, back in Psalm 91 and verse 2, I will say of the Lord Yahweh, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In Him will I trust.
In Him will I trust. All right, because that's the stone that that we have built what our faith on. That's what we trust. Psalms 18 and verse 2. All right, that's the refuge. Okay, we don't trust in the ways of Babylon the Great, aka America. Matter of fact, you grab for me where it says in the book of Isaiah 32.
These are your confusion.
No, where you lean upon the staff, which is Christian hand, loosely paraphrasing. All right, so so we don't put our trust in Egypt, Babylon the Great, Nineveh, so on, so on. Every heathen kingdom has fallen. All right, all of them, man.
Yep. This is Isaiah 36 and verse 6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. All
right, so ultimately, so trusting in the way of what Egypt is going to pierce you. All right, and if you can receive it, the ultimate piercing is coming, known as what? The charisma. All right. So so that's the ultimate goal of this place, man. Is to do what? Is to give you that seer. All right. So trusting in these ways is not going to do you any good. You had greater kingdoms than America. All right. You had I believe it was the kingdom of Media and Persia. I believe we go to the history. It had a greater empire. All right, and that fell. Rome fell. All right. The Grecians fell. All of them have fallen. All right, because why? They had a period in time to rule.
Yep. I got something for you.
Yeah, you got it.
This is Isaiah 19 and verse 3. And it reads, in the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord.
Ooh.
And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, the Lord of hosts.
You got it.
That's right. So, hey, these people, you trust in this, you clearly can see that these people are losing. Because why? Hey, the Lord have given them over to a cruel Lord, which is Trump, right? And that's what you get for trusting in the staff of this broken reed, right? It's going to be a shame and your confusion. And that's what you see out throughout America, man. We're seeing a great uprising against the government that be, against the authorities that at hand, right? And mainly Trump. But that's what these people are going against. They're going against Trump. And like I was watching the elder Apostle Tahar, he was doing a lesson, and he was like, damn, when George Floyd, the riot with George Floyd, you would thought it was under Biden administration. No, it was under Trump.
It's on Trump, man.
So now the mind should think, damn, why all these riots and chaos happening under Trump? Because hey, he's that cruel Lord.
He's that cruel Lord, man.
That we just read about. And he's about to show his horns more so than ever. And that's why you got these people tearing LA up.
Yep.
Right? And it's spreading like wildfire.
Yep.
You got they talking about sending National Guard to New York City, right? And it's about to be a whole worldwide protest coming this weekend.
That's right.
Going against the king that there is.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Which is Trump.
Matter of fact, grab them in Matthew 7:21. We're gonna read on down. I'm gonna grab this. Like you brought up something.
Just backing up what you had said earlier about these heathens, right? This Isaiah, Psalm 139, verse 19. And it reads, surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O power, depart me from thereof, ye bloody men.
Every one more time about the shot.
Right. It says, surely, Psalm 139 and verse 19.
Yep.
It says, surely thou wilt slay the wicked.
Yep.
O power, depart from me thereof, ye bloody men.
You bloody men. All right. All these heathens, what got blown in their hands. All right. Every heathen, all these 17 different nations had done what? Has taken apart and bringing down, our nation. Yep. All right. Yep. So, and then that scoffer, all these scoffers and, coming up, regardless of if you believe it or not, the men that you see on the highways and hedges are the prophets of old coming back. Right. All right. And the Most High said that what? Whatever we bind on earth, okay? So ultimately, if we claim you for a slave, man, that's the last, brother. Right.
That verse 20, it says, for they speak.
I know, man. I'm going, brother.
It says, Psalms 139 and verse 20, for they speak against the wickedly, when they speak against the wickedly and all thy enemies that take thy name in vain. Verse 21, do I not hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? Am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee?
Right, and hating these heathens, right? Supposed to have what perfect hatred for these heathens, man. When you go to that word perfect, it means what complete. All right, I hate these heathens with a passion, man. When they say, call us out of our names, man, fuck you, man, because you the ultimate beast. Yeah. All right, a beast means what? On a base state, a low state. Yeah. Look how Elam, East Indians bathe this shit, literally.
Hey, that's the spirit. You say that because Elam is getting their ass towed up right now.
Toe up and hell in the back. Man.
Hey, brother sent out a video where the flight from India to the UK just crashed. See? And then you had a head rolling on the ground. You had a whole decapitated head rolling on the ground because like the brothers say, these heathens, they come against Jake, man. They look at Jake with disgusting, but ultimately you're the disgusting one.
You're the disgusting one, bro.
Yeah, and the Lord is manifesting that, man. That you're the heathen, you're the scum of the earth. Yeah. Right? You're the outcast.
Hey, shalom to the Berkah Bashana. Shalom. Hey, Berkah thumb to you and your household, King.
Yep. This is finishing up Psalms 139 and 22. Yep. I hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them my enemies.
All right, count them what? Our enemies. All these heathen nations are our enemies. Make no mistake about it. All right? That same hatred of them calling you monkeys or whatever, And it's a trip too, man, because we are what the top nation.
Yeah.
But but it shows you, what happened to us, for our disobedience.
Yeah, exactly.
And it says Micah 7, it should be verse 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord if I have sinned against him.
Yep.
So it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
So
ultimately, that's what your enemy's supposed to do to you.
Right.
So we have to take all these things cheerfully.
Yep.
Your enemy's supposed to look at you with disgust, hatred, right?
Yep.
But you just had this world so politically correct that you have to walk on eggshells. No, man. The Bible speaks about hatred.
Hatred, man.
Right? The Bible speaks about recompense to your enemies. You see? And that's why a lot of these devils, that's why they get called out on their bullshit, because they'll show you as they like you, right? But behind closed doors, they show nothing but hatred. They calling you all niggas and spicks and wetbacks.
Well,
right? And that's how Esau is, man. He's a goddamn coward. But through the spirit and power Yahweh Shema Shah, like it says in second Hedges, what was that, second Wisdom of Solomon 5. It says we stand in great boldness.
Yep.
You see, we out here calling you out to your face, man. Letting you know that you're the scum of the earth. You're the devil that the Bible speaks of. You're a heathens, and you're going into captivity.
God.
Right?
Bible Shah, read Psalm 91 and verse 2 once again.
Yep.
And then we're going to go back to Matthew 7.
Yep, this is Psalms 91 and verse 2.
Yep.
I will say of the Lord Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress. My power, in him will I trust.
Once again, in him will we trust. All right? Because once again, trying to trust in this way right here, man, everyone is against you. We're behind enemy's lines.
Yeah.
All right? So these jakes that are part of, the black with the, black boule, like them niggas are just sellouts, man.
Yeah.
Them the same niggas that was, in the house getting popped in the ass by master.
They also were the same ones that crucified Yahweh Shah.
That crucified Yahweh Shah. You know what I'm saying? Them
Yep.
Jay-Z's, them, all them niggas, man.
Yeah.
Matthew 7 and 21. Okay,
This is Matthew 7 and verse 21. It says, not everyone that say unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
All right, that's them that actually trust and have the faith of Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai. All right, and this also applies to jakes as well, that claim to be in the truth, but behind the scenes are doing something wicked.
Yep.
All right, that that don't have their whole heart perfect. All right, and once again, being perfect, when you go into it, being complete, or a person that's of a full age. And that word perfect goes into teleos. That's a Greek word. All right. You line that up with Hebrews 5 and 14, where it says be perfect. We're going to mature.
Yep.
All right.
Got some. This is James 1 and verse 22. It says, be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves.
All right. So what be you doers. All right. Actually be about it. Okay. Do the things that Yahweh Yahshua has commanded you. All right. Come on the highways and the hedges. Luke 14. Right. All of that, man.
Obey in his absence more and more.
Yep.
Because the scriptures say that how you obey more in my presence, but more in my absence. You walking a godly life, so to speak, right? Yeah. Even when the camera's off, like brothers like to say, man.
Yeah.
That's important. That's most important. How you act and conduct yourself when the camera's off. Mm-hmm. Not only when you're on the camera, right?
God.
Yep. So Matthew 7 and verse 22, it says, many will say unto me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works?
All right, so as they catching hell, they're gonna be what? Scrambling. All right, trying to figure out, hey, what's going on? What's going on? The Most High what have brought judgment upon you for your wicked actions.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's many examples of how brothers had pretty much. Matter of fact, I gotta grab it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't trying to go off topic, but how they turn their hand back from the plow.
Okay.
Luke. Yeah, because and also there gonna be some men that gonna think that those works that they did, although they didn't continue in it, is gonna pretty much help them forward it. Okay.
Got it. This is Luke 9 and verse 62. And Yahweh shall said unto them, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High.
Right, as it just said that that they said what, Lord, Lord. Okay, have we not prophesied in thy name? Mm-hmm. They could be applied to the ones that once knew the truth. All right, may still know it, but are not out there putting their bodies in living sacrifice according to Romans 12 and verse 1.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. Matthew 7 and verse 23. Yep. And then I profess unto them, I never knew you.
Woo.
Depart from me, you you that work iniquity.
All right. So the Most High has pretty much had never, dealt with you on that type of level. Okay. I'm gonna read that in the verse in the NLT. But I will reply, I never knew you. Get away from me, you who break out of one Yahweh's laws, and laws are only given to the nation of Israel.
Yep.
So we know this is Most High speaking to Israel.
Yep.
All right, those wicked retrograde servants, man. All right, that ultimately have to die on this side.
Yep.
and be brought back.
The wicked scribes and Pharisees.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Verse 20. Verse 23.
No, you good.
Yeah, verse 23. And then I have professed unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Verse 24. Therefore, whoever heareth these sayings of mine and do them, I will liken unto him a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. Right?
Yep.
Yep.
And what brought me here, was ultimately, what would be in Psalm 91 and verse 2, where it says that, trusting in Yahweh Yahushua, a refuge, a house, a covering. Psalm 18 and verse 2, trusting upon that stone, okay? Building his house upon that rock. That rock represents what a chief cornerstone. Psalms should be 118. It should be around 22, where it goes to what Yahweh Shai, having your whole heart in Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep. This is Ephesians 2 and verse 20. And are built upon the foundations, the apostles and prophets.
Yep.
Yahweh Shah HaMashiach himself being the chief cornerstone.
Yep, you got it.
Yep. Like the brother was saying, as us building that house upon that rock, and you had to have a chief cornerstone, right? A cornerstone is basically a stone that's centered every other block.
Right.
Like a mason, a mason. I did a mason job. I used to be a bricklayer, so to speak, right? So in a cornerstone, you have to have that one brick that's able to to measure every other brick.
Yeah.
And that's Yahweh Shai, man. So us being Adon Rasazah, the house of David, right? That's having Yahweh Shai as our head, man.
Yep.
He's our foundation. He's the way of life, right? And through him, that's how we're gonna receive the salvation. Adon Rasazah. Him being the chief cornerstone, and us acknowledging him being rulers over us, man. Because a lot of men don't like to acknowledge Yahweh Shai as being the head, right, over them, right? Some men say, well, we don't supposed to worship Yahweh Shai.
Which is wild as hell,
Yeah,
man.
which is total reprobate, man.
Yep.
But the Lord's going to show you that he ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so back in Matthew 7 in verse 25, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was found upon a rock.
Bible Psalms 127 and verse 1. All right. And why? Because it couldn't stand. Right. You had 11 in your you had 11 in your teaching. All right. You had lies. Okay. You was twisting it. Okay. You was teaching things to try to smooth it over, to try to ease it over. And you see many that with these camps, different men. All right. Not teaching the correct names. She still got JCs, not teaching you what's the MOT, TB, so on. Things that are very, very, very serious, to receive that salvation.
Right.
Lord's will.
And that's you blowing the trumpet in Zion.
Yep.
You sounding that alarm in the Lord's holy mountain, man. When you blow that alarm, the people are supposed to fear, right? And they're supposed to gird themselves up, because and in the ancient time, you standing up on the tower, you had a watchman, he blew the trumpet,
Yep.
right? And he was warning our people to get themselves together.
Hey, 144. Hey, call out Yahweh Shema Shah.
And he was warning the people to get together, man. Get themselves together, because the enemy is coming. So if you're not doing that, right? If you're not blowing the trumpet, how are you able to get people ready for battle?
Yep. And after Psalm 127, we're going to go to Isaiah 56.
This Psalms 127, verse 1. It says, a song of decrees from Solomon, for Solomon. Expect the Lord Yahweh built the house, they labor in vain that build it. Yep. Except the Lord keep the city, and the watchmen walk, but in vain.
Right? As we're just reading Matthew 7:26. All right. So when you got your house on that sand, it's lies, it's leaven. Okay? It's nothing. It's gonna be a thing or not. As it says in the book of Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 11, the hope of the people is foolish and vain. Matter of fact, I gotta grab it. I want to
one for you.
no, go ahead, you got it.
This is Luke 14 and verse 29.
Yep.
Least happily, after he had laid the foundation, and it, so like, let me go up a little bit. Luke 14 and verse 27, it says, whosoever do not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you intended build a tower and sit him not down first and account the cost, whether he have significance to finish it. Least happily after he had laid the foundations and he is not able to finish it, all that behold, it began to mock him, saying, this man beginning to build and was not able to finish.
All right, so what? You're gonna be what, mocked, okay? Because you wasn't able to continue, to continue in this ministry. All right, you was called, but what? Was not chosen. And that's a damn shame, man. All right, but it's the will of Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. You know, I'm gonna rock to Zah, the Most High keep the fire on brothers, man. Okay. And I'm gonna grab this real quick. I'm making a point as far as saying, being built upon that sand, all right, and still thinking that it's gonna, save you, having a little leaven. It's the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 11. For whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain. We go to vain, it means what? Nothing or not. All right. It said their hope is vain, their labors unfruitful, and their words unprofitable. All right. So he that despises wisdom. Okay, that wisdom go to what? The commandments, doing the things that Yahweh Bashim Shai has told you. Obedience. All right.
Yep.
What you got? Anything?
Isaiah 40:56.
Yep. I'm sorry, brothers.
Yeah, I got a few precepts.
Yeah, okay, Khan. Hey, shalom to the brother. Y'all with to Zah. Nah, y'all shalom to the brother Thawam Lob. Hey, how about Shemal Shah Brakatah? It's nice out there. I mean, yeah, hey, it's too wild. It's hot as hell, though. It's very humid today, Malak.
Hey, that brother, it was in 105-degree weather the other day, man.
Damn, Arizona, man. It's crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna grab it from the brother. Yeah, from the brother, the big bro, Ariel, Proverbs 8 and 35. For whoso findeth me, findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Yahweh. All right. So coming back to Yahweh Bashim Shah. Okay.
So that show you what the Lord got favoritism.
Yep. The Lord does got favoritism. Yeah.
He got favoritism.
Yep. We go to the, straight. We go. We read latter in 2nd Esdras 5. It goes to that he chose one vine and all of that, man. 36. But he that shineth, but he that sinned against me, wronged his own soul. All that hate me love death. So being disobedient is going to lead to what? Death, man.
Right.
All right?
You got to feel him. Yep. Like the brother say, Con, like the scoffer that came to David, calling him a bloody man, he really was a bloody scoffer. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Let me grab this. 2 Samuel 16 and verse 5. And when King David came to Bethlehem, behold, thence came out a man of a family of the house of Saul, whose name is Shammai, the son of Gorah. He came forth and cursed, and cursed still as he came.
Right.
Verse 6, and he cast stones at David, and all the servants of King David, and all the people, and all the mighty men were on the right hand, and on his left. And it says, and this says Shammai, when he cursed, came out, thou bloody man, thou man of Baal. Yep. That was it. Yep. This Proverbs 21 and 16. The man that wandered out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. That's right. Hey, you wander out of the way of this truth, man. You're gonna remain in the congregation of the dead, right? And you're gonna be as long as you live, you really walking dead, man.
Right.
You're really the walking dead. So it will behoove you, right, to continue to pray in the spirit. Continue to fast, to do whatever you have to do, and ask the Lord to keep that spirit on you, man. Hey, what David said as well. He said, what? Take not thy Holy Spirit away from you, right? Cast me not out of darkness, and take not thy Holy Spirit away from me. Because without the Holy Spirit, all right, hey, you're hopeless, man. You're hopeless. You see? Yep. Shalom to my brother Enos.
Shalom. Yeah, Isaiah 56. We'll start with verse 1. All right, because this goes into the fact that being what those sleeping dogs. Not being a true watchers. Okay, you got it.
Dogs no bark.
Yeah. Hey, dogs no bark. Yep.
This is Isaiah 56 and verse 1. It said, "This said the Lord Yahweh, keep ye judgment and justice, and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed."
All right. So as it says, keep you judgment or justice. All right. Go to let's go to Ezekiel 44. Was it 22 or 22 or 23 should be? All right.
This is Ezekiel 44 and verse 22. 23. Yep. "And they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and profane."
All right. So that's what a man of Yahweh, what Yahweh shall be doing. All right. A true servant will be teaching the difference between holy and profane, things that are pleasing to Yahweh by Shem Al Shai. You know, that's the goal. All right.
Yep.
Always trying to please Yahweh, what Yahweh Shai. There's no other way around it.
Yep.
It's not about pleasing a man. It's about doing the will of Yahweh by Shem Al Shai at all times, man.
Yep. And like you said, teaching them to do what's pleasing unto the Lord,
Right.
And teaching them to do what's not pleasing unto the Lord, man. You know, you do things that's unpleasing to the Lord, then destruction is gonna come upon you.
Yep.
You see? So hey, we have a unction from the Holy One to know all things, and therefore through the Spirit we prophesy in part. As we know in part,
Yeah.
we're teaching you what's good and godly towards the Heavenly Father.
Yep.
And if you continue to do what's wrong, we telling you what's gonna happen to you as well.
Fine.
You know?
Yep.
Yep. So Ezekiel 44 and verse 23, "And they shall teach my people the difference between holy and profane, and cause them to discern between unclean and the clean."
And between unclean and the clean. All right. So, and the only way you could do that is coming back to what? Your heritage.
Yep.
Drink water out of our earned cistern. All right. Meaning what? The the law, the statute, commandments that the Most High has given us. All right. Not saying that you can keep all 613 laws, but what will you be doing? Rehearsing it. All right. Why? Because you are showing what that you love Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Say you love me, keep my commandments. All right. John 14 and verse 15. Okay. You got anything?
No.
Oh, you go back to Isaiah 56 and verse. You read one again.
Yep. Isaiah 56 and verse 1, and it reads, "This says the Lord Yahweh, keep ye judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. Blessed is the man that doeth these, that doeth this, and the son of man that layeth hold on it, that keep the Sabbath from polluting it, and keep his hand from doing any evil."
All right. So this is the man that once again is being obedient. As I just quoted John 14 and verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments. All right.
That is the son and let me angry.
Kiss on, let's be angry.
Hey, look.
Hey,
I thought it was one before. Hey,
Hey,
both,
Kyle, yeah.
That's spirit though.
But yeah, 7-4. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's complete. Hey, Kyle, you got it.
It says, neither let the son of the strangers that have joined himself to the Lord Yahweh speak, saying, the Lord Yahweh have utterly separated me from his people. Neither let the in unit said, behold, I am a dry tree.
All right. So just because you was scattered, as we all were, grew up in these customs, being in that Gentile state of mind, the Most High has done what? Has revived his people.
Yeah.
All right. As we grab on that precept, Proverbs 21:16. He that went out of the way of congregation, he that went out of the way of understanding, remain in congregation of the dead. Because we always the walking dead. But in these days, the Most High has brought back his remnant.
Yep.
All right.
Like we're being watered by this truth.
Being watered. Yep.
This truth. Because it says what? No more dry tree. Right.
Mm-hmm.
This is 1 Corinthians 3 and verse 6. I have planted, Apollo's water,
yep,
but the Most High gave the increase.
All right. So planted what? Planted the seed. Yep. All right. Because definitely Romans 10, where it says faith come by hearing. Yep. So Romans 10 is the first. Was it let's say faith come by hearing? Give me 1 second. All right, because that plant goes to what?
It's Romans 10 and verse 17.
Yep.
So then faith come by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High.
And hearing by the word of the Most High. Only Yahweh Yahweh Shai can open up your mind. All right, to allow you to increase. As it says, grow into the still milk of the word. All right. So once you hear, you can come across a video, different social media platforms. As we open up camp, I mentioned about Kodak Black and Kendrick Lamar mentioned about Israelites around that era, around 2017, 2018 era. There's a lot of Israelites that are coming on the scene. Yep. All right, just from what that seed being planted. So to give you an example, faith come about what? Hearing. All right. You got Isaiah 56 and 4.
Yep. Isaiah, back in Isaiah 56 and verse 4, and it reads, "For this saith the Lord Yahweh unto the end." Say that again one more time.
Eunuchs.
And eunuchs that keep my Sabbath and choose the things that please me and take hold of my covenant. Even unto them will I give in my house and within my walls a place and a name better than the sons and of daughters. I will give them an everlasting name, and they shall not be cut off.
All right, and this goes into what? The scattered. Let's go to Isaiah 11. Should be, it started, let's see, 10. Let's see. All right.
Jesse.
Yeah, I want to skip down. I'm going to skip to that point on that one. Let's go to, let's start 10. Isaiah 11, 10.
Isaiah 11 and verse 10. And in that day, there shall be a root of Jesse, which stand for the ensign of thy people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious.
All right, and the root goes to who? Yahushua, man. All right, that stone, that's the foundation of all of it. All right, and second in command of Yahushua is King David. Make no mistake. That's, as it said, the house of David, which means the elect. All right.
And it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall set his hand again the second time.
The second time. All right, to do what? To recover his people. Okay, by the way of chariots. You have brothers. I forgot the rapper's name. Do you know the rapper's name that said came on slave ships? Came on slave ships. But we're gonna be about.
Was that Electronica?
Yeah, if one of you brothers know what I'm talking about, there was a rapper that said we came on slave ships, but we're gonna leave on the chariots. I forgot the rapper's name, but
America's finna be destroyed, and you devils going into slavery. That's
America's gonna be destroyed, brother.
America's about to be destroyed, and you going into slavery. God hates you.
Ain't no love for no Edomite, brother.
Right?
Yep.
And it said, would you use?
Oh no, but read that again, Bakusha.
Yep.
Damn.
Isaiah 11 and verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left in Assyria, in Egypt, and Pathros, and of Cush, and from Elam, and Shinar, and Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
All right, speaking about who? The scattered Israelites. All right, as we all are today. We are not in our homeland. We are in Babylon the Great, aka America. The Most High is coming to do what? Save his people by way of chariots. What they call today UAPs or UFOs, which are the vehicles of Yahweh Yahushua and the angels, man.
Right.
All right. And yeah, you really good.
Let me grab verse 12.
You got it.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, who shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
All right, the dispersed of Judah, what goes into what? The scattering, and not and not just Judah, all the tribes, but Judah, is the head tribe, so it got to be in order. All right. And let me grab this. Let me see if I can find it. Was it Revelation? Let me see if I can find it. You go read 4 again, Bakusha.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Who was that? Isaiah.
Matter of fact, Revelation 5 and verse 9, real quick. Yep, it's the book of Revelation 5. I got it. Revelation 5 and verse 9. It reads, and they sung a new song, saying, thou worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. Only Yahweh Shai can open what? The seals. All right, meaning what? The understanding. Having what? The Holy Spirit. All right. And to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to out of one Yahweh by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. All right, John 7:35 real quick. All right. So, us being what? Scattered. Now we coming out of what? All these different places. All right. We was in the land of darkness, but the Most High has shined a light, all right, on the believer's mind in this land of darkness, man. Okay?
This is John 7 and verse 35. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? What manner of saying is this, that he said, ye shall seek me and shall not find me?
All right, so the main point there was we go to my Yahweh shall go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles. All right, back then our people had understanding that you know, those people that was called by those other names were actually Israelites. And the history of that is book of First Maccabees chapter 1, all right, where, you know, it was unlawful to call yourself a Jew, okay? You know, and throughout time, you know, you start actually believing that you was of that lineage.
Yeah, Gentile state of mind.
Gentile state of
And
mind.
you still got our people calling themselves Gentiles.
Yep.
Right? A lot of these Christian born, they say I'm a Jew and a Gentile.
Which is wild,
you know,
as hell, man.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, actually, you know, they saying they're a Jew and a Gentile, but really, they the Jews that the Bible speaks of.
Yeah.
But they in the they are Gentiles because they in the Gentile still state of mind.
Yep. Following
right?
Esau.
Yep. Following the ways of America, calling themselves black. Right. You see. So it says, let me finish this off.
Oh, you got it.
It says, and ye shall seek me and shall not find me, and where I am, thither you cannot come. Yep. So back to what was it?
Isaiah 56 and verse 5.
Isaiah 56 and verse 5. It says, even unto them I will give in my house and within my walls a place, a name better than the sons and daughters, and I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off.
All right, this everlasting name goes into what? You know, just coming back to your actual, you know, being deemed as what as Israelite again. All right, because for a period of time we was not recognized as being the sons and, you know, daughters as well of the Most High. All right, it says, let me grab this.
Isaiah 62 and verse 7.
Yep.
And give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And that's the everlasting name, and us coming back, right, and being Jerusalem.
Yep.
Right, being the holy city. You see,
yep.
An everlasting city, man. See, so we're giving the Lord no rest until He make that happen. Till He establish us on high, right? That would be a praise in the earth. You see?
Right. Yep. Can you do that? In Isaiah 56.
Isaiah 62.
Isaiah 56 and verse 5. Yep.
Isaiah 56 and verse 5. It says, even unto them will I give in my house and within my walls a place and a name better than the sons and of daughters. I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off.
All right, so this is Hosea chapter 1 and verse 9 and 10. Then said Adonai Yahweh, call his name Lo Ami, for you are not my people, and I will not be your power. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be at the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. Here's the point, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living power. All right, so coming back to what your identity, okay, has been what the children of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, the Prince of Power, Israel, Yasharallah. All right?
You get that one that says which one? In the land of captivity, they should remember themselves.
Oh yeah.
That's a 2 for 2. But hey, this what we Baruch 2:20.
Yeah, I forget one wrong.
You got one.
Yes,
I grab this.
It's the same one. First Kings 8 was back up.
I grab this. Baruch 2 and 30. This is Baruch 2 and 30. For I knew that they would not hear me,
That's the same one.
because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. That's right, man. The Lord bringing us back to remember that what we once knew this.
Yep.
You see, He's stirring up our pure minds by the way of remember. And that's why you see us, men that's on the highways and hedges, standing up in great boldness, right? We're no more dry bones, but we're getting that flesh, right? We're being clothed, man, with our wisdom, knowledge, with His wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, coming back into our heritage. You see, and that's what this whole world fear. See, Esau fear us coming back to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And like these elites, man, they spent trillions and trillions of dollars having secret wicked councils to try to cover up the fact who we are as a nation.
Right.
Right. See, this ain't cost a thing. We ain't had to pay money to get to come back into who we are. No, it can't freely give, freely we receive, man.
That's right.
You see? So the Lord gave this to us free.
Yeah.
Hey, it was meant for us to get, right?
That's right.
And that's just another token and sign that your kingdom is about to fall.
Right.
Right? Because once the 144,000 and the 1/3 wake up to this truth, well, once the elected seal, say that, once the elected seal, it's a wrap.
Yep.
It's a wrap.
Hey, shalom to the brother, Dinah Allah. Our reasonable service, 777 shalom. Work on you in your household, King. Shalom.
I got one real quick.
Yeah, you got it.
We second Hedges 6 and verse 28. And as for faith, it shall flourish. corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared, man. That's right.
Yep.
And this truth is springing up, right? This truth is springing up. And guess what? Faith is flourishing. Hey, faith is flourishing to the believers, right? As we see all these signs and tokens come to pass, we see prophecies being fulfilled, and it boosts our faith up, man. Hey, brothers that are in high spirits,
that's right,
seeing what's going on around the world, seeing all the judgment of Yahweh Shah. And we're looking for more to come, man. Adon Ratazah this weekend, man, it'll be a turned up weekend. So brothers keep their eyes peeled, man. Because hey, we almost out of here. You see? We almost out of here, man. Right? We don't got too much longer in this bitter captivity that we was made to serve, man. This fucking hellhole is about to burn.
That's right. Oh, yeah. Where was I off at? Verse 6.
Isaiah 55 and verse 6. And it reads, 56 and verse 6, right?
Yeah, 56 and verse 6.
Yep. And it reads, and the sons of the strangers that joined themselves to the Lord Yahweh to serve him and to love the name of the Lord Yahweh, to be his servant, everyone that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it and take hold of my covenant, even them I will bring to my holy mountain, and I will make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifice shall be accepted upon my altar. For my house shall be called an house of prayer for all my people, all people.
Yep, and this is the straight going to what the other Israelites, and we just brought out, you know, a couple of scriptures. These are, you know, the Israelite that was once in a Gentile state of mind, all right, and coming back to what their identity, all right, and joined themselves into the house. Real quick, that's coming back, you know, to the, you know, to the fold. Let me grab this real quick, put it, you know, Sirach 6 and 36. If thou seest a man of understanding, get thee bedtimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door. All right, so that's happening right now. You know, when Jakes come up to camp and they, you know, inquire about the sign, you know, because the sign is, you know, is one of the main driving forces. Okay, you know, as I said, you know,
it's a hook.
It's a hook. You know, Ezekiel 37, where it says about the stick. You know, so they see the sign, they see the tribes, and then what they start inquiring. Although the Israelites, they are what, like a stranger. Okay, and coming to what? It comes to do what? Inquire, man. All right, and get built up from there.
Just furthermore, back up, get Isaiah 14 and 1.
Yep, that's the spirit.
That's the spirit. Because these strangers are coming back, man. Right? Those that was walking out of the lust of this world. Hey, we was once strangers.
Yeah.
We was once strangers in this world.
Doing whatever.
Doing whatever, walking out of the lust of our own heart.
Yeah.
But hey, the Lord said, hey, nah, certain men, he brought them back. He brought them back to him.
Yeah.
Right? And it was all predestinated. You can't get mad at us.
Can't get mad, bro.
You know?
Hey.
We can't, you can't get mad at us. And those that fell out the truth, right? You can't be mad at them. Because at the end of the day, the Lord got the chosen set to the right and the fallouts and castaways set to the left, man. You see? Yep, you were about to say something.
Yeah, hey, you know, it's like you can't get mad at me for, you know, for most like, you know, put food on our plate right now, bro.
Exactly.
Hey, you get yours, and let's go around.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this one ain't for all people.
They for all people, bro.
You'll get yours in the kingdom.
See,
you know?
I'll speak about Jakes though. You know what I'm saying?
Only Jakes.
Only Jakes.
Don't get it twisted. Go ahead.
Isaiah 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
Right. Talking about the whole tribe.
And that choose, you know, Christian may see the word choose, adoption, and they may get twisted. All right. When you go to that word choose, just looking up etymology or whatever, it also means choose. So, you know, only the Most High is going to adopt or choose Israel. All right. As I just grabbed in the book on Hosea 1 and 10. And set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
Strangers. And some Christians, they like to say, well, the strangers is talking about other nations.
No,
that's talking about Israelites. Those Israelites, those strangers, right, shall be joined unto them. That's just as we just read, right? The strangers going to come into the household of the Lord, and they're going to be accepted. See, so those strangers right there talking about Israelites. And you heathens you can't try to slime your way in the salvation, man.
And they keep trying.
Yeah, they keep trying.
And you keep falling. Like you keep getting confounded. All right? Because like you don't know the meaning of words, you don't go to the etymology. Still trying to bring up John 3:16. That been cut so many times, bro.
And you had this Porky Pig Edomite after camp the other day, me and the brother. And she was trying to tell us you know, God, you saying God don't love everybody? I'm like, yeah, God don't love everybody. So how can I receive salvation? I was like, nah, if you're an Edomite, you in your kingdom. You know? And she tried to tell me that, you know, I didn't know what I was saying, but she never read the Bible. You never, I had to cut her like, how can you tell me something you never read the Bible? You know?
And that's the spirit, because we open up camp with what? You know, the way of truth shall be hidden.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
It's not a hard concept. Most I got favorites.
Yeah,
you got favorites.
Yeah.
Everybody got a favorite.
That's right.
I got a favorite color. You know what I'm saying? Brothers got favorite.
Exactly.
A brother favorite team is the Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, for whatever reason. Hey, brother favorite team the Cowboys. I don't know why.
Hey, you crazy.
Hey, I don't know why though.
Hey, Super Bowl, baby.
Hey, come on. Hey,
but yeah, man. Hey, yeah. But it's so hard for these people to understand that the Most High got favoritism.
That's right.
That he got a favorite, because why this place, this world was built off wickedness and lies, man. See, if you people knew the truth, if Esau really gave you people the truth, you wouldn't be so butthurt. You would know. You Edomites know, well, shit, bro, I'm in my kingdom, I'm gonna live it up. You know, you niggas, hey, I'm gonna keep calling you niggas.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna keep calling you wet, but I'm gonna treat you like the devil that I am.
And that's right.
You know?
Hey, do your shit.
Yeah, because hey, when those roles reverse,
oh man,
we're gonna be the devil on you in righteousness.
Yeah.
We're gonna be gods to you, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We're gonna be gods to you, man.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't holding back. We ain't holding back. See, this what Esau consider a two-time loser. Right? Because these devils, they holding back their hatred.
Yeah.
Right? They wanna love, they wanna love Jake.
They wanna love Jake.
Right?
Yeah.
They wanna be among Jake, they wanna join hands with Jake. You see? But in the kingdom, ain't none of that shit happen.
Hell no.
You ain't stepping close to us, man. You ain't living with us, you ain't eating with us. Your ass gonna be in the field, and you're gonna see us every hour. With my slaves, you're gonna see me every 5 minutes, man. You're gonna see me. And I'm gonna have taskmasters over.
All that,
you know.
And that goes to the the parable of was it Luke 16, where you go to Lazarus and the rich.
Exactly. Yep.
And the rich man, and it's about there's a great like golf.
Yep.
But that shows you how we're gonna be at a certain a prominent position. I'm gonna finish this so I can get out of here. Shall be joined with them and shall cleave to the house of Jacob. He's talking about what? The believers.
That's right.
Hey, clean that little joint right there in the Mitsubishi.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, what's that right there? What's the Oldsmobile?
Buick.
Buick, I found so. Clean. Yeah.
And finish reading that out, because it's gonna say it had mercy.
Yeah, sorry.
I think it's verse 2. I'm gonna go to Isaiah. I'm gonna go back to Isaiah.
Just finish that off. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land.
Yep. Now you heathens, you want to get in there so bad. Well, get in there. This is your verse to get in there.
Yep. Of the Yahweh for servants and handmaids.
That's right. See, you're gonna be a servant and handmaid. You're gonna be a slave. Go ahead, Al.
And they shall take them captives.
Yep.
Who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
That's right, man. We're gonna rule over you. We're gonna rule over you with a rod of iron.
Yep.
Bashing you down, playing whack-a-mole with your head.
Yep.
Right? So back in Isaiah 56 and verse 7. And it reads, even them will I bring to my holy mountain and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifice shall be accepted upon my altar, for my house shall be called an house of prayer for all people.
Now the mountain and the highest mountain goes into what? The 144,000. All right, the government, spearheaded by always Yahweh, but on earth, Yahweh Shai in his second command, King David. All right, so there will be what? There will be a rank, the 144,000 ahead, which is the head of the 1/3, and so on, so on.
Governing body.
The governing body.
Yep.
All right, you got it.
Verse 8. Yep. And it says, in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah power, which gathered the outcasts of Israel, saith, yet I will gather others to him, besides those that are gathered unto him. All ye beasts of the field come to devour. Yea, all ye beasts in the forest. His watchmen are blind. They are ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark.
All right, and the beasts of the field just goes into likening these people to what? The other nations. All right. I'll try to go to the Ishmael, but it's talking about what? The other nations. Okay, so as a brother was saying earlier, right? About, warning, all right? Giving that warning. Isaiah 58 and verse 1, okay? Not being what? Those sleeping dogs, all right? Stand upon your watch, watching the news, all right? Put it through the scriptures, warning check about what's to come, all right? Read it again, Bob Shaw.
It said, the scripture says, keep not silent.
Keep not silent.
It reads, his watchmen are blind, they are ignorant, they are all dumb dogs, they cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
All right, and that's what a dog does, man. Time a dog sees something that's abnormal or something that is not, it's seeing, it does what? It start barking, man. Okay? And that dog, because a dog is meant to be what? Like a guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, like you said, a guard dog is always on alert.
Yep.
And as you
loyal too.
Yeah, loyal.
Yep.
So you in the house, you hear your dog bark, okay, well, my dog is barking for a reason. He sees something strange, some activity going on, right? But you got these men out here that they see activity going on, they see things that's moving, and they scared to bark.
Right.
So how are you protecting the household of faith, man?
Yep.
See, we out here lifting up our voice like a trumpet.
Yep.
Showing our people that transgressing in the house of Jacob they sin.
Yep.
You see?
And you want to be like what? And you want to be like those dogs.
Yep.
Now, sometimes you read the scripture about how the Most High called the heathen nation dogs, but then again, Caleb, when you go to the word Caleb, all right, it means dog. Yeah. All right, and we saw how Caleb and Joshua had heart, man. All right.
Yep. Let me grab one.
You got it.
Through the spirit. This is oh man, hold on. Shalak.
Yep. I'll grab you to read that again.
Where it speaks about dog returning back to his vomit.
I got you. You read it again.
Isaiah 56 and verse.
You got it.
Yeah, verse 10, and it reads, his watchmen are blind, they are all ignorant, they are all dumb dogs, they cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs, which never have enough, and they are shepherds that cannot understand.
Yep.
They are all look to their own way, every one up for his gain from his quarter.
All right, because real quick before I grab this, a lot of these men are what? Are they teaching for hire?
Yeah.
They're teaching for money.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not
50
what?
lucre.
Yeah, 50 lucre. They not true teachers.
Yeah.
All right, keep grabbing that 50 lucre. I'm gonna grab this for you. All right, this is book of Proverbs. This is book of Proverbs 26 and verse 11. All right, as a dog returneth to his vomit, so a fool returned to his folly.
Yep. This is Titus 1 and verse 11. Let me start up verse 10. It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. That's talking about those that's in the household, claim to be Israelites, claim to go out here on the highways and hedges. And it reads, whose mouths must be stopped. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's calling their mouths to stop. Right? Now they're becoming dumb dogs, not able to bark. Right? They're becoming dumb dogs, not able to bark, right? It says, whose mouths must be stopped, who subverted whole houses, teaching things which they are not, for filthy lucre's sake.
Yeah, for
money.
For money, man.
Yep.
All right. So what? So these are not what? True shepherds. These are not true guard dogs. All right.
And bringing to mind of that got Tazadak, right? From the GOCC, Tazadak.
Tazadak, yep.
Hey, he was ripping men's off, right? Calling himself the God sent comforter. And you see what happened to him.
Yep.
The Lord actually closed his mouth for good. You to a point where he's in the spiritual realm, waiting to be born in the kingdom. You see?
Yep. I'm gonna grab this.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab this few right here. Micah 3 and verse 8, I'm gonna read on down. It says in NLT, but as for me, I am filled with power, with the spirit of the Yahweh. I am filled with justice and strength to boldly declare Israel's sin and rebellion. These are what the true guardians. These are the true, as we've been saying, guard dogs. All right, that's barking for real. You know what I mean? Listen to me, you leaders of Israel. You hate justice, twist all that is right. These are the ones that are what? Are the sleeping dogs. Okay? They twist the scriptures. Why? Because ultimately they're taking that 5013C. All right? A little bit more. You are building Jerusalem on a foundation of murder and corruption. Going back to Matthew 7, 24, 25, and 26, when we're going into the fact that, you know, they're built upon what that's sand. All right? You built upon something that, you know, that doesn't have what, a base.
Yep.
You know, sand go through your fingers, man.
Yep.
All right?
Nothing ain't got no stability.
Ain't got no stability.
Yep. And just as you build a house, like we always go into, you got to have mortar.
Yes.
And that mortar harden up. It harden up. If brothers familiar with, you know, laying bricks and building a house, you got to have a foundation.
Yep.
You got to have mortar, right? And that mortar turn to concrete.
Yes.
And that's
Yep.
solid. That's solid. Like the brother say, oh man, the word, it slipped my mind. Salaki to the brother, Daniel Allah. He had said, brother, Scrawley. Brothers are Scrawley.
Oh, Scrawley.
Strong and solid.
Okay.
They Scrawley.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
I told the brother I'm gonna steal that one. I got something.
You got it.
This is 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 13. It says, we having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believe, therefore have I spoken. We also believe, therefore speak. That's right. As we believe, man. You know, we believe it's true. We believe in the word. And Yahweh Shema Shah, therefore we have spoken. All right, man. Therefore we have spoken, man. See, it's going to come a purpose in the time where everything is under the heaven for a season, right? And now is the time to talk. It's the time to speak, right? It's not a time to be quiet. It's not a time to have your hands in your pocket.
Right.
All foot should be on gas, man. No gas, all gas, no brakes. And the time is going to come where the Lord is going to have us close our mouth, right? But these men like to do things on their time, on their dime. And it don't work like that. See, the Lord is the author of the show, man. He tells us when to speak and he tells us when not to speak. All right? He tells us to speak and tells us not to speak. The time of Jacob's trouble is coming. But we're not going to be out here too much longer, man.
That's right.
You know? And the Lord's going to actually have us playing dumb to you people. We're going to be playing dumb, having our tongue cleave unto our mouth. The Lord will have our tongue cleave unto our mouth. But we'll be not a reproof unto you people, man. We're going to look at you like you dumb, and we're going to play dumb to you.
That's right.
You know? Because when we spoke, you didn't want to hear. When the Lord spoke through us,
you didn't want to hear it, man.
You didn't want to hear.
See? This is Micah 3, verse 10. All right, and also verse 11. You are built in Jerusalem. You are built in Jerusalem on a foundation of murder, corruption. You rulers make decisions based on bribes. You priests teach I don't want Yahweh's laws only for a price, only for what? For money. All right? As we were just saying, these are what sleeping dogs.
And why do Esau, if this is not the truth, right? Why do Esau mainly come at our people with bribes? Like you got the crucifered.
Yeah.
These are a lot of men that goes around and try to offer men the bag to not preach certain words out of the Bible, not to go into certain things. And Esau mainly targeting the Israelites, man. Because he let these people be a Muslim all day. They can say anything about Muslim. Bro. He don't say nothing against it. They can be Buddhists, all that. But once you bring out being an Israelite, now it's a problem.
It's a problem, man.
It's a problem. And a lot of men fall for it, man. A lot of men take bribes, right? Sell out. You got it.
And then what? They make you apologize. You know what I'm saying? You try to do Nick Cannon.
Because they ultimately, these so-called Jews don't want to be exposed. That's what it's mainly about. They don't want to be exposed, and they fear it, man. What Revelation 11 says, great fear fell upon them. You see?
And real quick, there was a quote that said, "You know who's ruling? We can't speak about them." You know, because people love saying, because they say Esau is ruling. Esau is ruling, but really, it's always the small hats. You know, they the top. Amalek, man. All right. They say you prophets won't prophesy unless you are paid. NLT, yet all of you claim to depend on the Yahweh. No harm can come to us, you say, for Yahweh is here among us. All right, it's going to, just tying all together, all right, with Matthew 7, verse 21. Okay, these are ones that say that, Lord, Lord, acting like they really was about it, but, was found out to be what? Just, lovers of what, money, lovers of this world, man.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
You got anything?
Nah, I don't. Unless you want me to get something.
Nah. So that's pretty much it. All right, to watch all you brothers, you're going to face the east. You're going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Honors be to all the elect elders of the nation of Israel that do labor, teach the truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom to you, Akim, you hope for elect on the highway and hedge, make your body a living sacrifice, according to Romans 12 and verse 1. All right, so Shalom, Brakatham, and as always, Abba Ball.
Shalom.
All right, Shalom.
Like the brother say also, the non-profit organization, especially those that design as 501(c)(3) charter tax exempt organization. That's right. And in the United States, face restrictions on their activities, particularly regarding political campaigning and certain forms of what it says, it slipped my mind. I can say it.
Advocacy.
Yeah, advocacy. Yep. Hey, the water for the info, bro. Beautiful. Shalom to you, brother. Shalom to you.
Hey, shalom. Hey, shalom. All right. Hey, shalom to the big bro Ariel. Shalom to the brother Bashana. Shalom to the brother Yawanathan. Shalom to all you beloved Akim. Shalom to Wab. To Wab you want.